So this is the Google Pixel Watch. This bad boy went on sale for about $349 and it's currently selling for $89. Let's get into the details to see if this watch is worth it. So the Pixel 1 watch was released in October 2022. It is a little bit old now, but I mean for the price of $89, it's still a steal. For that price, you can get a fitness band that doesn't do half of what this can do. I mean, taking calls, responding to text, sending emojis, so forth. So let's dive into the unboxing and see what you actually get with this and compare the specs. If you're interested, I'll have the link posted down below with where you can buy this device for $89. Pixel Watch 1 was Google's first venture into smartwatches, launched in October 2022. Being 41mm, it boasts an AMOLED display measuring 1.2 inches that reaches about a peak of 1000 nits in high brightness mode, a lovely stainless steel case, and a 294 mAh battery rated for about 24 hours of battery life, and a range of sensors, mainly heart rate, SpO2 and ECG. It's got an Exynos 9110 processor, so your general navigation and app opening is quite snappy. The Pixel Watch has a 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage, and it features 5 ATM water resistance, so durable enough. Now, what's it like to live with this watch long term? I appreciate the circular design, the comfort, the seamless WearOS and Fitbit integration. Features like Google Assistant and NFC payments are also a big plus for me. I just reviewed the Huawei Band 10, and having just experienced that, I can appreciate the quality this watch has. And let me just say, the haptics are fantastic, almost Apple Watch fantastic, and that's saying a lot. Being able to take and make calls on this is great. The speakers are loud enough if you're in a pinch, busy cooking, or something where your hands are not free. You can type out responses to messages you get, although even with my little hands, it's quite difficult. So the voice dictation works like a charm, and you can respond with normal emojis. Sleep tracking is accurate, but it's not a feature I use often. My watch's sole purpose is to show me messages on the go and to track my fitness. So, there are downsides here. The battery life is a bit iffy. I usually don't wear a watch to sleep unless I'm testing sleep tracking. To be fair, by the time I get to bed, this watch is at about 50% charge, and throughout the night, it uses about 20% to actually sleep track. So when I wake up, the battery is about 20% less charged, so I would usually just slap it on the charger, brush my teeth, go shower, and by the time I'm ready for work, it's at about 98%. Users have complained about noticeable lag, but I must be honest, in my experience, after updating this watch, there was slight lag, but this is normal due to the processing happening in the background. The Fitbit integration, while great and very usable, requires a premium subscription for all features. As an example, daily workout recommendations, stress management score, like I need to know when I'm stressed, I don't need a watch to tell me that, and sleep score. Just to mention about the sleep stuff, when you do go into your sleep tracking on your Fitbit app, it won't show you all the details like REM sleep, deep sleep, so forth. You would need premium for it to show you that. It just shows you how long you were asleep for, so not very useful unless you pay for it. So these things don't faze me, but they might for you. You do get 6 months free Fitbit Premium. Thereafter, it's quite a hefty price to pay at about $11 a month or $80 for the year if you do need those features. In the current smartwatch market, you'll find a ton of options. We're talking the latest Pixel watches, Samsung Galaxy, Apple watches, and budget-friendly alternatives from brands like Amazfit and OnePlus. But honestly, for $89, when the current version of this watch is $349, is a steal. But there is one small worry that needs to be mentioned: software support. The Pixel 1 watch is running WearOS 5.1 as of March 2025, which is great, but long-term updates are uncertain. Some sources suggest support might end late 2025. And to a lot of people, that might be a deal breaker. But if you consider this, I've had quite a few smartwatches and I've never gotten some amazing new feature through the major software updates. It's been small changes here and there. The security patches happen often, but once this watch support expires, it will still function. Nothing changes. Tap to pay will still work. You'll still get your notifications and your apps on board will still update. So what you see is pretty much what you get and how it will stay. So, is it a smart buy? Well, if you don't mind the one-day battery life and updates ending at the end of 2025, it makes sense for someone who doesn't wish to spend $350 or more on a watch, when they can just get away with spending $89 and have almost everything the newer version has. In closing, the Pixel 1 is a decent option if you're on a budget. Newer smartwatches won't offer a better or groundbreaking experience over this watch. Well, that's all from me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Cheers.